Ms. Redford, I received your question relating chapter 13, section 6. This would be kind of like 23 in the book, an exercise. I couldn't get this over to the right, this picture here, this table. But underneath this table, it says use the standard normal table, which is part of that, to find the specified area. Okay, we want to find the area that's between one standard deviation below the mean and 2 standard deviations above the mean. Well, this table here, page 2, this gives you the area under a normal curve to the left of the z-score. And so since it's positive, this means it's to the right of the normal curve. And if it's negative, it'd be to the left of the mean. Okay, well, it says we want 2 standard deviations above the mean. And so we come down to the 2 here, and right to the right of it, I see 0.9772. So I need to shrink this down, and I'll try to draw a picture here of a normal curve. So I draw a line here, normal curve kind of comes up, and it's supposed to be symmetric and goes down. The mean, is supposed to be right in the middle. And we're talking about 2 standard deviations above the mean, so it's going to be somewhere over here. But this is 2 standard deviations above the mean. And we looked in the table and I found what? 0.9772. Let me double check that. 2 here, 0.9772. Yeah. And so, oops here. So what does this mean? Well, this means, if you got some data that follows a normal curve, that 97.72% of the information will be 2 standard deviations below this point here, where we're 2 standard deviations above the mean. We also need to go to, use a separate table to find 1 standard deviation. So, instead of 2 here, if we look at 1 standard deviation, or -1, if you look at the other table, which I can't bring up on the screen, you'll find 0.1587. That means, 1 standard deviation below the mean, you got 15.87% of the data, in here. Over here, below 2 standard deviations, you have 97.72% of data. What we want is what's between the 2. Well, we want what's in blue. So this is everything below 2 standard deviations above the mean. This is everything 1 standard deviation to the left of the mean. We want what's between them. So we just need to subtract these 2 numbers. And that's the answer the computer wants. So we subtract these 2 numbers. Okay, you could use your calculator here. I got mine in front of me. 0.9772 minus 0.1587, and I get 0.8185. What does that mean? Well, it means 81.85% of the data is between 1 standard deviation below the mean and 2 standard deviations above the mean. Hope that helps.